Welcome to the outlet. Alright, so there's a lot been going on, so I guess we should just go and get right into it, right? Um, alright, so let's start off with Meghan Merkel. Her baby that she had with the prince, um, was called in a chimpanzee by a reporter. Wow. And the reporter was fired, by the way. But yeah, so like, okay, they're letting stuff be known. The past isn't quite gone over there either. Stuff is still prevalent, just like it is over here. So yeah, man, that happened, and wow. But that ain't the first time though, right? We heard somebody referring to black people as some form of monkey. I think I heard I think he's the governor now of Florida, right? I think they said he said something pertaining to somebody was a monkeying around. I think that's what they said he was pertaining to. Said something Florida don't monkey around or something like that. Dealing with Andrew. That was something that was in the news. I didn't actually hear it myself. It was something I heard on the news. But yeah, but it ain't the first time though. And so that happened. Let's see what else we got. Um, there was a shooting at a Colorado. Can't even say the word right. Tongue twister. Colorado school. Um, it's called STEM School Highlands Ranch in Colorado. Um, some white guy and shot up the school. I don't know how many was killed. Uh, Let me see. Check something out. But yeah, man, it's just a lot of shootings been happening. There's been a few in Florida, I know, and they had passed a law. Talking about I think teachers can volunteer to carry guns now in Florida, which is not a bad law, but you have to know that some teachers aren't they aren't fair teachers. They aren't teachers that don't have racism. Like they're not without racism, right? A lot of them are racist, right? Some of them, not all, but and so can we guarantee people of color are not going to get shot? I mean, I can see some potential problems with this law being passed. Right? I'm just saying, like I can see some potentials in there. Because at first it kind of sounds like a sound law, right? Because I mean we having all these mass shootings at schools, right? So have your teachers carry guns, but I don't know, man. And then why not just have more security guards or police officers? People that I mean, I know teachers can get trained too, just like security guards or police officers. But then again, who can you trust with a gun? Like, but anyway, yeah. So that happened at STEM School Highlands Ranch. I was trying to see how many got shot. Let's see. And they said it wasn't too far from Columbine, if I ain't mistaken. I mean, what's going on in these schools? Why everybody just busting shots? It's crazy. There's a lot of mental issues going on right now. Let me see. Is this the right one? Suspects Colorado school shooting makes parents. I'm trying to see, is this the right one? Yeah. So it says, this is something I found on CNN. The two suspects accused of carrying out a mass shooting at a Denver area charter school made their first appearances in court Wednesday. Neither of the suspects, an 18-year-old student at the school named Devin Erickson and a 16-year-old student named Alec McKinney, were 18-year-old Kendrick Ray Costello was killed and 8 others were wounded. Okay, so it was one kid that was killed and 8 others were wounded, right? That is crazy. Um, and it's happening so much now. It's so prevalent, right? So it's like, what do you do? How do you combat the problem, right? And there's clearly a problem in America.
And you may not return to the STEM school located at 8773 South.
Okay. Some video just started playing out of nowhere. Um, yeah, so, hmm. First degree murder and attempted murder charges will certainly be filed, said 18th Judicial District Attorney George Brockler. I think I said that right. He wants time to consider other charges, he said. Erickson took the two handguns used in the shooting from his parents, according to a law enforcement source with direct knowledge of the investigation. Both guns were purchased legally, the source said. So kids are getting guns from their parents. Okay. So yeah, that happened. Oh, let me see. It says prosecutors have not decided whether they will seek to try the 16-year-old suspect as an adult, Brockler told reporters. So they're not sure if they're going to try the suspect as an adult, even though he ain't shot up a school like an adult. Okay. Authorities initially referred to the 16-year-old suspect as female, but the suspect lawyer said in a court that McKinney goes by the first name Alec and uses the pronoun he. Colorado Judicial Department spokesman Rob McCollum said. Oh, okay. Look like this person might be trans. I know y'all went out there disrespecting a trans person. Is that why they went off? Brandon Bila, a student who helped disarm one of the suspects, said he knows both alleged shooters. Erickson Erickson was a student in his class where another student was killed and several were wounded, he said. Okay, so yeah. And they're also talking about remembering Hendrik Costello. He was a hero, right? He was killed trying to rush one of the shooters, a witness said. Okay, that's cool, you know. Um, okay, so let me see where else we got. Something else that was in the news. The guy that shot up the Krogers. Um, oh, they saying he's not mentally fit for trial, and they're trying to get him off. Look like on some type of mental issue, right? They're using a little mental defense. He's not mentally fit, basically. So, Seem like we're seeing it a lot lately. Um, People shooting up stuff, and I think they were saying was he? He was claiming he was a white supremacist too, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, so let me see. Let me see if I can find anything on that. The guy that shot up the Kroger's. Is this the right one? In Atlanta. Hmm. Oh no, I think this is the one in Kentucky. How many shootings they have at Kroger's? Let me see. Mm, Man killed two at a Kroger's right. The predominant. It says a man killed two at a Kroger's tried to enter a predominantly black church minutes earlier. Police say. Wow. Okay. So he was going after black people, and people he shot at the Kroger were Maurice Stallard and Vicky Jones. Hmm. What happened on these pop-ups? Let's see. Yeah. But yeah, okay. So that happened. Wow. Okay. Let's see here. A judge orders Florida to protect Spanish speakers' voting rights prior to 2020 primaries. Um, a federal judge orders bilingual ballots for Florida counties, including Lake and Brevard. Okay. I mean, all that's cool and stuff, but a judge also needs to order some of these states to give out reparations too. I'm just saying, y'all can't be forgetting about reparations. Um, but yeah, so let me see what all it's saying about this the Spanish speaking stuff. That's cool. Speaking voters are not second class citizens. In today's decision, the court recognized that Spanish speaking voters are not second class citizens, as legal counsel said. Mm-hmm. Advocates for Spanish-speaking voters in Florida are celebrating a significant win Friday after District Judge Mark Walker issued an order requiring 32 of the state's 67 counties to provide election materials and assistance to Spanish-speaking voters before the 2020 presidential primary. That's all cool. Um, Another win for the Spanish. But black people still need their reparations, so I'm gonna need a judge to come through on that. Um, And looks like something else that's in the news. the lawyer from the lawyer that was representing the guy that killed Nipsey, um, looks like he quit. Chris Darden. For some reason he quit. So okay, I'm guessing he was being attacked, verbally. Let me see what they saying. I wonder who was paying him though. Like, who was paying Chris Darden? Cause y'all didn't have money like that saved up to pay off Chris Darden. What Eric Holder, from what I understand, was broke. He was not too long ago. He been in and out of jail. Quits. Chris Darden says "F you" to his haters. Okay. So on TMZ, he's talking. He says his supporters really show out to help him. Well, Darden hopes the same attention that people put into intimidating him off of the case will be used to stop violence in the streets. Let me see. Is he turn right here?
Welcome to Paradise Hotel. The
They got a commercial on.
This is a competition, dude.
Two new guys are gonna stir things up, and you won't believe who's second. Paradise Hotel, all new Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday on Fox.
Well, 1995 all over again, except this time some folks are upset that I should represent a probable mentally ill African American man who's charged with murder. And, I've received threats, my family, my children, harassed and threatened. And, it's just really outrageous. I'm kind of sick of it. I don't know when people are going to realize that, I'm already battle tested. I don't play that. It doesn't interfere with what I do. I continue to practice law and represent my clients to the best of my ability. But you have these people who are saying these things and really, creating security issues for me and my family. Nobody can bully me. And no one can bully me when it comes to, representing my clients. What I think is, I'm a lawyer sworn to uphold the Constitution. That's what I do every day. Included in the Constitution, the Sixth Amendment, and the right of every man charged with a crime, the counsel of his choice. For people to turn on it and say, oh, well, we'll decide who gets to have a lawyer and who doesn't based on who they elected to kill and whether we like them or not. That's contrary to the Constitution. It's contrary to our history. And, people need to say something. For every hater out there, there are 100 people in the black community that support me, support my work, and they support my family. And so, I don't feel betrayed by the black community. I'm going to go get grits and eggs when I finish my court appearances today in the hood like I do every Friday. A lot of us are really missing the point. When we look at his death, it is agonizing and painful for all in the West for me. I was posting things about it before I even represented Mr. Holder. And if everyone really feels like, hey, this is not a death that should be in vain, if there was a lesson that should come from it, a movement that should start as a result of it, then that movement ought to include getting rid of the guns, getting rid of the killers, getting the guns and the killers off the streets of South Los Angeles. I don't hear that. I hear a lot of wasted rhetoric about all these lawyers.
So yeah. Okay. Also, they talk about there was a wave of death threats to him and his family, and it was just too much. yeah, so this is what TMZ was saying. Let's see. It says Darden hinted he might reveal more in the future about exactly why he's bailing on Holder, aka I'm not gonna say what it just said, but made it clear to his haters that he won't forget. To those who issue those threats to my children, please pay close attention so there is no misunderstanding. Later. F you. Herka. Truth is, Darden's been mercilessly berated ever since agreeing to defend a man accused of killing someone as beloved as Nipsey. One threatening tweet said, "Remember, it was written in the book of life that the children shall suffer from what the parents do." But Darden wants to make the point that under the Constitution, everyone deserves a defense in court. He says after centuries of a history of black men hung from trees without trial, or after the thousands of cases of black men tried, convicted, and executed without counsel, I cannot understand why in 2019 some people would deny a black man his Sixth Amendment right to counsel of his choice. Hmm. Okay. So that had. Okay. Um, we're gonna move on. Oh, there was a white supremacist fan, right, that was banned from a Cubs game for he was throwing up the white supremacist sign behind the reporter, and it was caught, on camera. And I'm like, okay, like that was really bold. Like he was throwing it up on camera. Wow. But yeah, let me see. So he was banned for life. Hmm. So the fans shall have at these baseball games. Mm-hmm. Um, says host principal S. Epstein announced late Wednesday him from Wrigley. We've made clear how egregious and unacceptable that behavior is. There's no place for it in our society, in baseball, and certainly no place in Wrigley Field, Epstein said. Mm-hmm. Okay. Um, there was also they had, what is it called, the Met Gala, Met Gala. It's like a little event they have. Let me see. Yeah, Met Gala 2019. And it's basically like everybody's dressing up, and it's formally called the Costume Institute Gala, also known as the Met Ball. It is an annual fundraising gala for the benefit of the Metropolitan Museum of Art's Costume Institute in New York City. But basically, it's been some weird things they was dressing up as, right? I think her name Tiffany Haddish was dressed up as a pimp. Okay. But she had like some chicken or something. Somebody said selling chicken. I don't know, but yeah. And I also heard like there was a lot of cooning going on. I didn't actually watch the event. I don't know. This is some stuff I heard, but yeah, that happened. Okay, so what else we got? Oh, they also said Odell was in a dress. um, okay, leave that alone. But yeah, um, there was a teacher placed on leave after using the N word. Um, with middle school students. Let me see. Teacher placed on leave for using. They just cutting up in these schools. I said. Mm, look like it's Highland Park Middle School. Placed on leave after using racist language to describe black students. Oh, okay, okay. Um, Let me see. This is what it says. A Highland Park high school teacher has been placed on administrative leave after a video surfaced on social media showing the teacher using racist and foul language at the school, according to school officials. In the 24-second video, the teacher can be heard using the N-word. They're black, and they're the only effing N-word doing any work. The teacher appears to say in the video. The context of the video is unclear. In a joint statement to families and staff, St. Paul Superintendent Joe Gothard, I guess that's how you say his name, and Principal Charhoff promised immediate aggressive action to address the incident. The words and actions recorded in this video have caused harm to our black students, their families, and our entire school community, the statement read. We strive to provide a safe, respectful, and welcoming environment for every single child, and as educators, we should be held to a higher standard. This situation represents a failure on our part. Hmm. The staff member is on standard administrative leave pending the findings of the district investigation. I mean, but this is happening so much though, right? We've been hearing like all sorts of stuff, right? Um, with these teachers, right? So many of these teachers, it's like there's no investigation being done, right? So many of these teachers are biased against people of color. Um, And if they're already biased, right, doesn't that mean that they don't have like let me see what's the term to use? Well, basically they don't want to make they don't want to make the people of color learn, right? Like that's sort of an indication. If they're already biased, right, that's an indication that they don't care to make sure that these people of color learn. Or black kids, you could say. I mean, they're using the N word. I'm saying people of color, but like they calling us all sorts of stuff, right? Um, looks like I found another one. Oh, that's 2015. St. Paul teacher caught him. So this is another one. St. Paul teacher caught on video saying N-word. Then there was an Alabama teacher sent home after using the N-word. Um, so yeah, man. I mean, it happens a lot. Like it's pretty prevalent. So what do black people do about this, right? I would say the alternative is just to create our own, man. We need to create our own everything, basically. It's pretty clear, it's pretty vivid that there are a lot of people that are not for us, right? They're like totally against us for the most part. So it's like we need to make a change, man. It's imperative that we make a change. I mean, if we want our people to succeed. Um, moving on, after hearing about that. Hold on, let me see. Oh, that's another one. But yeah, let's see. Oh, there was another incident that happened at a school. Four smiling teachers posed with a noose. What kind of craziness is that? Y'all literally got caught posing with a noose, and there's no way you didn't know that that was bad. Much news been having dealing with racism in schools. All right, so I'm gonna go to this article right here on ABC, and it says teachers, principal on the leave after a photo of teachers posing with a noose surface. Man, like everybody's just coming out, like letting it all out. And it's just like it doesn't matter no more, right? For some reason, nobody's scared anymore. Nobody's scared of the ramifications, the consequences. Um, Parents are calling for harsher punishments for four California teachers and a principal who were placed on administrative leave after a photo circulated showing the teachers posing with a noose. The Palmdale School District was notified on May 8th that an incident involving the discovery of a noose and possibly inappropriate responses to that discovery occurred at Summerwin Elementary School. A statement from the school district superintendent, Raul um, Maldonado, said on Facebook. I know I just messed up that guy's name, but anyway, let's see. Maldonado. That's probably how you said it. The school's principal has been placed on administrative leave pending an investigation of the matter, the statement said. So this is at an elementary school, right? Our young kids, they're supposed to be, being developed, are being taught by teachers that pose with nooses. Like, if they're posing with nooses, you can only imagine what their thought process is. Like, what goes through their head when they see a person of color or a black person. Like, you can only imagine, right? Just think about that, right? She has the gall to pose with a noose. Well, the principal was in this too, right? So the person that's supposed to be heading the school, the person that's supposed to be heading the school is out here taking pictures. Or was she in the picture? I'm not even sure, but um, yeah. I mean, that is crazy. Um, Let me see what else. Then a parent of a student at the school told KABC that the noose was initially found hanging on a wall in the school earlier this month, and that there was also a video showing the teachers making jokes about the noose. Okay. Some parents said their children would no longer attend the school because of the photo. KABC reported one of the parents, Brayan Clemens, told the station that the incident hurt her to the core. It's disgusting and I'm outraged, Clemens told KABC. I want to see some action done and not just this administrative leave. And I'm with that, there needs to be some real action, right? There need to be more, better guidelines, more rules when it comes to hiring these teachers, right? There's not enough investigation done when you hire a lot of these teachers, right? So many of these people are not for um, teaching black people or people of color at that. A lot of times, if it's not white, it's not right. That's how a lot of people see it. Um, so let's see. They used that to hang African American people. That's why they do, and kill them. And they still do it to this day. Harris told her daughter, I don't want you going here because I don't want you to feel like that. KABC reported that the school district is looking into the context of the photograph and who brought the news on campus. Hmm. It makes us angry because I know that it's not a reflection of our community, Maldonado told KABC. We don't tolerate that type of behavior in our community and our school district. We hold our employees to the highest standards with high expectations. Hmm. And David, the president of the Pauldale Elementary Teachers Association, told ABC News that the union was deeply concerned by the photo and the painful history it represents. While we can't comment on specific personnel matters or an ongoing investigation, we will continue to work with our schools and members to ensure that all students, teachers, and the community are supported as this matter moves forward. Okay. So, yeah, that happened. So much going on, man. It's like it's pain and some of this stuff like in the news. Um, a federal judge takes down a Kentucky law to curtail second trimester abortions. Okay, so that one got struck down. So, Georgia and Alabama both passed some abortion laws or trying to. And they supposed to be trying to get into the Supreme Court. They want to challenge Roe versus Wade. I heard that. That's something that's going on. Hmm. We will see what happens on that because they did get some new Supreme Court justices, you know. So, hey, if it gets passed, you know, in the Supreme Court, a lot of y'all better watch who y'all have sex with now. You know, you can't just go out and get abortions. You know, make sure they on appeal until they unless they gonna pass a bill on that where you can no longer take the pill. You know, but so much of it seems like it's religious, though, right? Like they almost trying to start a what you call a theocracy, where you kind of tether the government with religion. You know how that goes because it's supposed to be separate, right? So yeah. Moving on. Offset. Offset, the rapper. He's in Migos. Um, I'm not really a big fan of Migos. They're sort of in that mumble rap category. But let me see. Offset was at the studio and they shot up the studio that he was at making music. So and they say they was aiming for him. So yeah, I don't know what's going on with that, but look like Offset and pissed somebody off, and now they ain't shot up the studio. But yeah, that happened. Let me see what I see some on TMZ. Let me see what they say. Uh, we obtained footage from the drive-by shooting. You can see someone hanging out the window of a car, shouting out. Hmm. Okay. Okay. Well, moving on to the next. Hold on, let's see. According to Atlanta PD, shots were fired at the building a little after 9 p.m. Passengers in the passing car, the bullets hit 3 vehicles as well as the building exterior and at least one apartment window. Cops received one report of someone getting shot in the leg. Officers were unable to locate a victim. Huh? So yeah, moving on. um, let's see where we at. It's just so much happening, man. Crazy. Um, let's see. Look like some college bans frats and sororities after leaked racist, homophobic document. Let me see what they talking about. So it's called Swarthmore. Swarth Swarth Swarthmore bans fraternities and sororities after racist homophobic documents are leaked. Um, what is a Swarthmore? And I might be saying that name wrong. Sorry if I am. uh, let me see. I mean, but a lot of fraternities, sororities, right? Like this is new. This has been going on for a while. Let me see. It's showing a video. Swarthmore college students hang a banner at the Phi Psi fraternity house doing a sit-in on April 29, 2019. Students are protesting to get the fraternity shut down after documents containing derogatory comments alleging belonging to Phi Psi surfaced this month. There's a picture that says still a rape haven. Okay. Fraternities and sororities will no longer be allowed at Swarthmore College. Where in the world is Swarthmore? Oh, it's in Pennsylvania. Mm-hmm. The school president, Valerie Smith, made the announcement Friday. It comes after the only two fraternities at the private liberal arts college in suburban Philadelphia decided to disband amid outrage over leaked internal documents from one of the organizations. The documents written between 2012 to 2016 contain derogatory comments about women, the LGBTQ community, and jokes about sexual assault. The two campus publications that released the Phi Psi documents, Voices and the Phoenix, said they were leaked anonymously. Okay. In the wake of the documents release, dozens of students occupied the on-campus Phi Psi house and called for both fraternities to be shut down. Uh-huh. I mean, but like, it's been going on for so long. I mean, I know schools that people were actually caught, like white supremacists were actually caught on the campus, right? Actually recruiting other white students into a white supremacist gang, right? Like they're literally out on college campuses recruiting students. So like I don't know, man. Like colleges are just not the same no more. But college has been doing this, right? Bringing in students that are white supremacists, right? We all know this. Eventually, something's gonna have to give, right? Shut down. I mean, the colleges are too high. They charging all this amount of money. The people they're bringing in are white supremacists. A lot of them, not all, but. Um, Smith says the school's lone sorority can continue with its current members through the spring 2022 semester, but can't recruit or initiate new members. College is supposed to be where you go and meet people and you learn together and you create things, right? Like you work together, like-minded people, right? But yeah, things have really changed. But anyway, oh, in the news, Trump pits more tariffs on China, causing the stock market to drop. So yeah, that's going on. It'll eventually rebound, At least that's what the past has shown. So your portfolio might have took a hit. Hey, it happens. Supposedly, it's supposed to be these tariffs supposed to help out the American workers, right? It's a trade war. But hey, we'll see what happens. There are no guarantees. In other news, Uber goes public with the IPO, um, which is a initial public offering, and the drivers are struggling and they're protesting. I think Uber and Lyft, right? Let me see. Yeah, Uber and Lyft drivers are struggling. Uh, let's see. It seems like everybody's starting to strike, man. You got teachers striking all over the place. Uber drivers. This is really starting to look like a blast from the past. Mm-mm. Let's see. Just so much going on, man. Yeah. Like some of the drivers are mad and they don't have a living wage. Mm,
Come play.
that's crazy. Let's see what this video says real quick. I just saw a video. I wanted to see what it says real quick.
One. Resort World Casino, New York City. Come play, dine, and unwind.
I have to make sure
Got some buffering going on.
that
Uber and Lyft driver by leading a procession. All the Brooklyn as they head towards Manhattan. By leading.
Okay, so this video's messing up too bad, so I'm just gonna bypass it. Alright, so moving on. Um, Let me see. A Michigan man was arrested, showing authorities cell phone images of two dead women and indicating to a witness that he was on a mission to rid other women he knew of their demons, authorities said. Okay. Okay, that just sounds crazy. Oh, snap. A Michigan man. Yeah. Sounds like something from a movie, right? I'm gonna rid you of your demons. Sounds like some type of religious guy that just went crazy. But yeah, I don't know what's going on, man. Like, is people doing the wrong drugs? Like, what is going on? Let me see. two dead. Let me see. Two dead women and indicating to a witness that he's on a mission to rid other women. It looks like two women are dead. Hmm. That's crazy. We got some bad drugs going around in America right now. It's terrible. Let me see. Y'all better make sure they ain't lacing y'all drugs, man. Alright, so it says a Michigan man was arrested early Friday after showing authorities cell phone images of two dead women and indicating to a witness that he was on a mission to rid other women he knew of their demons, authorities said. The 26-year-old man from Delta Township was being held on unrelated warrants while detectives investigate what they allege was a killing spree cut short by fast-acting law enforcement. So law enforcement saved the day. The victims, a 26-year-old from Holt, Michigan, and a 32-year-old woman from nearby Meridian Township, were both felled by blunt force trauma. And Ingham County Sheriff Scott Wigglesworth said at a news conference Friday. Yeah, man, it's a lot of craziness, man. I don't know. I'm not getting in it. But yeah. Let's see what else we got. A let me see. A mom was charged with attempted murder after a 7-week-old daughter found at the bottom of North Carolina ravine. Really? Well, I'll be. So looks like reminds me of what's that girl that got off? It was like some woman back in the day. I can't think of her name. Casey Anthony, I think her name was. That murdered her child or something like that. But yeah, man. I mean, like killing children. What is going on? Let me see. I'm gonna find something on this real quick. Over North Carolina ravine. Man. Scott Fowler's wife had something to tell him when he got home Thursday. I put in and my wife met me here and she said, "We hear something crying," Fowler told CNN WLSS. So we started looking when we heard it crying. Where's it at? Fowler and his wife started searching their wood remote property near Chimney Rock in the mountains of western North Carolina. He didn't know authorities frantically searching for a baby girl reported kid about 25 miles away. Fowler, a heavy equipment operator, and his wife walked and listened until he saw the baby in a car seat at the bottom of a 70-foot ravine near his driveway. Wow. Uh-oh. We got another pop-up. Let me get rid of that. So Fowler, heavy equipment operator, and his wife walked and listened until he saw the baby in a car seat at the bottom of a 70-foot ravine near his driveway, he said. Some of this stuff just don't sound real, right? I just be listening like, wow, like, okay. I need proof. That's what I've been thinking in my head, like, I need proof. Sounds like you been watching too many movies. So I went down there and got it. He told LOS of the baby. We got it checked out, and in a few minutes, it just calmed right down like it was in its mama's arms. The baby, identified as 7 week old Shayla Madden was taken to a hospital and doing well, said Henderson County Sheriff Lowell Griffin. Okay. At a Friday's news conference, Griffin and said investigators think the child's mother, Christy Madden, 35, threw the car seat down the ravine. When the seat hit the ground, Shayla apparently rolled out. Madden had been charged with first-degree attempted murder. She's being held under 750,000 bond and is scheduled to have a probable cause hearing May 28th. Man, that is crazy. But anyway, so much is going on in America, man. The drugs are just bad. Y'all really gotta start doing these drugs, man. Um, Found something else. Let me see. A Utah mother is suing a former bus driver who she alleges closed a bus door on her 14-year-old biracial son's backpack and dragged him approximately 150 feet because of his racial animus toward students of mixed race. Uh-huh. So a bus driver closed a bus door on a 14-year-old biracial son's backpack, dragging him. Because the bus driver don't like the fact that the baby's biracial. Hmm. Or maybe just don't like the fact that he's black. Biracial is black, but some people really don't get the fact that biracial is black. Like, you can't separate the two. The black is the dominant gene. A lot of people hate that fact, but it's true. But let me see, can I find something on this real quick? A Utah mother is suing a former bus driver. Mm-hmm. This is on the root. So the root still. Oh, I know for the or some Africans, but this wasn't for the black people. Like, faking like they were. So her name was Brenda Mize. Maze, a bus driver for 150 feet. Lawsuit cites the drivers May's civil rights lawsuit placed in early February. Her son, a 14-year-old referred to as a Childo, was getting off the school bus when the 28-year-old John Nisbet. I've been reading some crazy last names today. Although clearly there was still a line of children waiting to step the bus. The closed door boy pack inside as by and ooh. Sound like something from a movie too. Nisbet then drove for approximately 17 in the aisle, witnessing the entire terrifying scene. It is unclear if the students said anything to the camera footage has no sound. Let's see. Nisbet continued to drag John the move at 10 miles per hour, approximately 100 feet to 170 feet before opening the doors and freeing him. The disturbing security camera footage can be seen below. Man, it all on camera. Wow. Okay. It seems like the racial they get a lot of times, but some be young and racist too. But hey, anywho, oh, Facebook is in the news. Um, the co-founder of Facebook, I think his name is. Let me see. Is it Chris Hughes? I think it's Chris Hughes. Uh, yeah, Chris Hughes. Let me see. It's time to break up Facebook. And I've also been hearing about what's her name, Senator Warren, talking about antitrust laws and breaking up, some of the big tech companies. Man, I mean, Mark Zuckerberg, he got a lot of people circling him right now, right? Like they're circling him, man. Like, mm, I wonder on the Facebook. 'Cause there's a lot of people like just ready to see it in. I've been hearing a lot of stories, then a lot of people thought that their information got out to different people. 'Cause I think they were hacked or something like that, and a lot of people's information was stolen. Um, Chris Hughes helped Mark Zuckerberg transform Facebook from a dorm room into a real business. Now he's calling for the company to be brought up. In a lengthy opinion piece published Thursday by the New York Times, he said that Zuckerberg has unchecked power and influence far beyond that of any private sector. Or it's time, he writes, for regulators to break up Facebook. Mark is a good, kind person, but I'm angry that his focus led to sacrifice and stability for clicks. So yeah, man, they circling Mark Zuckerberg, man. The sharks are out. Yeah, some I be watching like what is about to happen with Facebook, right? Mark has it seems he has pissed off a lot of people. But I'm all for like, entrepreneurship, right? Like and Mark is definitely the epitome of entrepreneurship, right? Starting it in his dorm room. That's where Facebook was started, right? And I'm a fellow coder myself, so yeah. So that's going down. We will see what happens to Mark, right? And Facebook. Um, I think we're gonna leave with that, man. Yeah, that's enough for today. And I will see y'all next time on another episode. Peace.